When I first heard the words prompt engineering, I thought that this is a skill I cannot require, because it sounded like it's solely for experts. And the words prompt engineering for ChatGPT can sound quite intimidating when you are a beginner, but it's actually quite simple, at least when you look at the basics, which is all you really need as a beginner. So let's look at how you can make better prompts to get 10 times, 20 times, 100 times, whatever. Everybody is exaggerating when it comes to AI, so 1,000 times better output than before. The first thing you want to understand when you put something into ChatGPT is that you're using building blocks. What do I mean by that? Let's say you ask ChatGPT, please come up with 5 plot ideas for a dystopian book where humans are completely controlled by a secret government that turns out to be AI. And you can look at it like this. If you put it in building blocks, you have a command, please come up with different plot ideas, a number, 5, and then details about the prompt. Okay, great, but so what? How does that help you to come up with a better prompt? When we keep thinking about it like building blocks, we are actually almost halfway there when it comes to prompt engineering. And let me give you a super simple example that I use all the time. Role, details about prompt. That's it, really just these 2 building blocks. Maybe you have heard it before, but giving ChatGPT a specific role can be very, very powerful. For example, if you want help with your YouTube channel, give it the role of a YouTube channel expert. You can basically give it every role that you want. You are a fitness trainer. You are a marketing expert. You are a world famous author of science fiction novels. So now that we have defined the role, let's look at the details. And in my mind, there are always 2 things that you need for a good prompt. And these 2 things are giving context and being specific about what you want. So you can look at it like this. So the details about the prompt are really split into context about the prompt and specify what you want. So let's for example say, you are a YouTube thumbnail expert. Please help me to come up with visual concepts for YouTube thumbnails that are very intriguing and highly clickable for a video about prompt engineering in ChatGPT. Congratulations! Now you know what prompt engineering actually is. Well, of course we'll get a little bit more in depth, but understanding this building block principle at least helped me quite a bit. Now, when we look at our answer, one thing you should always do is ask yourself, is this what I actually wanted? Or do I need to refine my prompt to get even better output? And when I read through this answer, I definitely want something a little bit different. So let me refine the prompt and give more details. And always remember to give context and be specific. Alright, and since ChatGPT remembers the conversation, you can just keep on asking. So let's say the video is mainly for beginners who just get into using AI. Provide me with 10 different visual concepts and describe in detail how they look like and what elements would intrigue the viewer to click on it. Alright, this already looks much better and closer to what I wanted. But depending on what you use ChatGPT for, you might need a few different building blocks than this. So let's get into something else. Let's say you want to use ChatGPT to learn something. They use it as an example up here, so let's get into quantum computing. Remember to start with the role and then give context and be specific about what you want. So let's say you are an expert in the field of quantum computing with 10 years of experience. Please give me a general overview of what quantum computing is and also explain the main use cases and potential dangers. And this output may be way too complicated for you, so let's think about another building block that we could add here. So let's look at our building blocks again. We have the role, then we have details about prompt, split into giving context and being specific. And then as another building block at the end, let's add simplify. At least for now. We are going to refine this a little bit in just a moment. So now let's say you are an expert in the field of quantum computing with 10 years of experience. Please give me a general overview of what quantum computing is and also explain the main use cases and potential dangers. Explain it at the level of a 2nd grader. And as you can see, it's way easier to understand. But let's think about for a second here what it actually is when we tell ChatGPT to simplify something. What we are really doing here is we are telling ChatGPT to write something in a specific communication or writing style. So you could also say, for example, you are an expert in the field of quantum computing with 10 years of experience. Please give me a general overview of what quantum computing is and also explain the main use cases and potential dangers. Give me 5 bullet points for each. So that would be a different writing style. And of course you can stack them on top of each other, but this is our new building block. So now we have our role, details about the prompt, and then the communication or writing style. Let's look at another example. You are a YouTube video expert with 10 years of experience in making highly engaging video scripts that people can't stop watching. Please provide me with a video script for a video about the dangers of artificial intelligence and potential problems the development of better AI could lead to in the future. The video is for beginners, so the script should be written in a style that is easy to understand with examples and fun analogies. And as you can see, it gets a bit too long here for ChatGPT, so what you do then is you just type continue. So looking at it, it's starting to get a little bit messy, but that's okay because the point is to understand that you need to use these different blocks. So you have your role, you have the details about prompt with being specific and giving context, and you have a writing style in there. And this is how you generally want to think about your prompts when creating or engineering them. And of course you can exchange these building blocks however you want. It's not important that you write the details before the communication style or that you follow any particular order. And of course you can also add multiple communication styles on top of each other. For example, an article at the level of a second grader. But when having these building blocks in your mind, you always know what needs to be in your prompt to get good output. I hope prompt engineering just got a lot simpler for you and you can see how you can really get better output by thinking about what exactly it is that you want from ChatGPT. Let's add one more building block that is insanely useful, and for that let's go back to our prompt that we just did. And now we simply say, you are a YouTube expert with 10 years of experience in making highly engaging video scripts that people can't stop watching. Please provide me with a video script for a video about the dangers of artificial intelligence and potential problems the development of better AI could lead to in the future. The video is for beginners, so the script should be written in a style that is easy to understand with examples and fun analogies. And now we add, don't start writing anything before you haven't asked me more detailed questions about the script and what I want. So you can make sure to write the best script possible. So now our building blocks look like this. You give a role, then you give details about the prompt by giving context and being specific. Then you give a communication or writing style, and then you add a refining question at the end. And this refining question can really help you to get the exact answer that you want, because ChatGPT will ask you what it still needs. Like this, you also don't generate endless output that is actually useless. If you're still unsure how to write great prompts to get exactly what you want, why not just ask ChatGPT itself to write the prompt for you? You can learn how to do that in the video right over here.